Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to do a background for some Halloween ATCs. I'm not sure if I will decorate them on this video or whether I'll do it as a separate video. It depends on how long it's going to take. So what I've got in front of me is all of the sort of the orange, purples, greens that I have that I thought I would start with for the background. They're sort of the colours that I associate with Halloween. I've also got my small brayer, I've got some brushes, and I've also got this watercolour paper. Now it is a fairly cheap brand, but I wanted it because it was a little bit thicker than just normal paper. So what I thought I would do is just start with laying down some colour. Now the exact colours and things I use I will put on a separate screen right at the front of the video. So if you're interested in following those colours, you will know sort of roughly which ones to use. Okay, now I will probably fast forward a lot of this video because a lot of it's very repetitive. Basically the first thing I'm going to do is lay down some colour. Alright, now just straightening up the camera there. I seem to have got knocked. Let me see. I really don't know which one to start. We might start with the Dilutions paint. Hopefully it's still usable. Yep, looks good to me. Brush. So I'm just going to lay down the colour. Before I do, however, I will put down my craft mat. Okay. That's a little bit better anyway. Oh dear. Bit of a mess here happening. Not much room. Okay, let's get started. Alright, what I thought I would do next was I would do a little bit of stenciling. And I do have this Tim Holtz stencil, which I'm trying to get out of the package. And I'm just going to use a sponge to sponge on some of the colour. And I'm going to use the same colours pretty much that I did use before. So I think I might start with this green. So just placing it randomly onto the background. Not that noticeable, but I think it will be fine because all it is just adding a few extra layers just for a little bit of interest. Randomly placing it around the background. Okay, just continuing, I'm going to use the tan jello orange because it's a little bit brighter. I do also have another Tim Holtz stencil. This one's a countdown stencil. I don't really have any stencils that are specific to Halloween, so I'm kind of just using a few different ones. Really, it's only for interest anyway. Most of it will probably be covered up anyhow, so I don't think it really matters that much. Okay, so just again. I'm also going to add, this is a metallic purple paint, but I thought with the purple there, I thought I'd go with a little bit more of a metallic colouring. So what I'm going to do, I'm thinking I might actually use a foamy for this, just for a little bit something different. And I do have this other stencil that I will also use. So we'll see how that goes with the foamy first. Here goes. Oh, okay. Well, that's better. Too much paint on that one. I quite like that. It does give it a little bit more interest, I think. Leave it at that. It's easy to get carried away. A little bit there. Okay, I think I might stop there. Otherwise I will get too carried away. Maybe a little there. Yep, stopping. Definitely stopping. Okay, that's going to take a few minutes to dry. I will be back. Okay, now I have tried to dry the purple metallic, but it's a little bit thick, so it's going to take a little while to dry. What I thought I would do is lighten it up a bit, so I'm going to introduce a lemon, which is a Dina Wakley colour. So just a little bit of that, just to lighten it up a little bit. So just where there isn't very much. Yeah, I think that just lightens it up a little bit, and it's still within the colour sort of range too. Just looking where there isn't a lot. Okay, give that a couple of minutes to dry. Alright, still not quite happy with it. I think I need a little bit more. So what I've got out is my Distress Oxide Spiced Marmalade, and this one is the Distress Ink Peeled Paint. So again, with the greens and oranges, and I've grabbed a couple of stencils. This one here, I think these are Kaisercraft ones, I'm not sure. And I've also got another Tim Holtz with the little crosses. So I'm going to use those just to add a little bit more texture. Adding where there sort of isn't very much, just to give it a little bit more, fill in some of those blank spaces. Not being particularly fussy, just rubbing anywhere. As you can see, it's just filling up a little bit of those spaces. Because I am going to be using them for ATCs, I don't really need a lot of area that will be a focal image. So just using some of those. Oh, these Kaisercraft, you've got to be really careful with them. They're so easy to damage. A little bit here. Okay. Alrighty, I think I've done enough of that one. Swap that one over. And we'll just use this one. Okay, not quite as noticeable, but nevertheless there is a little bit there. So looking for those spaces where there doesn't seem to be anything. Now, next job is stamps. Alright, I have my Stays On and I have the Potting Soil archival ink. And I've just grabbed out a couple of stamps here. I've got one that's sort of like, I guess, an animal sort of a print. Kaisercraft's one. This one I'm not sure where it came from, but it's like a border stamp. I thought that might be useful. And of course a script stamp. So let me see. Leave that one there. I'll just pop all this away. Alright, so I finished the backgrounds. Now what I did do is while I was making one, I did use the paint to make two. So they're not exactly the same, but they're very similar. So now I'm going to cut them up into ATC size, which is 2.5 by 3.5 inches. Okay, so I have some ATCs here. I'm not sure how many, I haven't counted them, and just some leftover scraps which I will put in my scrap box and probably use for something else. So now what I'm going to do is decorate them, so I'll just get some bits and pieces for that. Alright, what I did was I had a hunt through. I don't have a lot of Halloween stuff, but I have gathered a few bits and pieces here that people have sent me over the last couple of years for various reasons. What I have got, I did buy these ghost stickers, foam ghost stickers from Spotlight. I do have, I bought some of that, I can't reach it at the moment, but it's like a glittery cardstock. So I've cut out some little witches because I have a die cut for that, and the rest are just bits and pieces that people have given me. So to decorate them, you just use anything you've really got that's Halloweeny, I guess. So I'm going to have a little bit of play. I'm going to put it on fast forward so it's not too boring to watch, but I'm just going to go through and place them on. All right. Okay, I decided that I'd sit the witch behind the moon, or in front of the moon, I should say. What I've got is, I've got these, there's actually samples of wallpaper, and I'm not sure if you can pick it up, but there's a little bit of glitter. So I thought these might actually work really well for a moon. So I'm going to cut some out and see how they go. Alright, let's have a look. Hopefully they'll fit nicely. So, yep. Yeah, I think that works quite well. And of course you can see I've cut out a little Happy Halloween. Now I don't have many of those, so I may actually have to make some on the computer. Alright, I might just set that to one side and I'll glue them all down in a moment. stop there. What I'm going to do is now I'm going to stop the video and I'm going to stick them all down, finish them all off, and then I'll be back to show you how they ended up. Alright, I'm back. Now you can see on the plate that I had, that's really all that I've got left. Not a great deal, so I'm really happy about that. Part of the reason I wanted to do these was to use up a lot of those itsy bitsy little pieces. So I'm really glad that I've got rid of those. Now, just a quick flip through of the cards. I've got this one. Might just move it a bit. Here we go. So we've got this one. And they're still a little bit wet, but not to worry. That one. That one. Oops, there's two there. That one. This one. This one. Quite like the cat on that one, it's funny. Okay, and these are all pretty similar. It's the background's a little bit different, of course, and the angle that the witch is flying, and the Happy Halloween too. I used different fonts to so that they were different. And lucky last one. So they were the ATCs that I have made, and I have I will be sending those out to some people. I'm not sure if I will have any left. If I do and you would be interested, please send me an email. My email address is usually in the description box. So if I do have some left and I know that you would like one, I'm happy to send you one. Alright, thank you very much for watching. I hope they gave you some ideas or was enjoyable. Please remember to give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you would like to see some more of my projects. Thanks very much. Bye for now.